Praise the sun. Yeah. Fun times. Anyway, guys, Wolokai here. Thank you for joining me in another installment of Fallout 4, following the story of Diana the Hunter. I believe this is episode 20?
Have you ever fired a minigun?
20.
Choose through
Maybe. I think it's 20. Pretty sure it's 20. Which is awesome. 20 episodes in. How about that? Oh, it looks like he's raring to go.
Ingram? Looks like the Mark 28s are gonna do the trick. That was a good find.
I'll work with your team to ensure that Prime's bombs remain stable after they're loaded into his pack. It won't be too much of a problem.
Well, Dr. Lee, I have to admit, we couldn't have done this without you.
It's a little early to begin celebrating, Proctor Ingram. We haven't fully thrown the switch on Liberty Prime, and I'm just hoping all the work I've done to keep his system stable are gonna hold.
Well, there's only one way to find out.
Absolutely. Proctor, all the readouts look green. I think it's time for you to perform the power shunt.
Actually, I think I'm gonna let you press the button. After all, without your help, we'd still be staring at a pile of disassembled parts.
It would be better if a trained technician performed that task, but I suppose you deserve to be the one to do it.
Liberty Prime, back online.
Neat.
All right, let's run a basic diagnostic on him.
Diagnostic command accepted.
Give him a moment. He needs to adjust to his new configuration.
Voice module online. Audio functionality test initialized. Designation: Liberty Prime, Mark II. Mission: the liberation of Anchorage, Alaska.
Oh.
Primary targets: any and all red Chinese invaders.
Now let me run a system analysis and battle readiness check.
Liberty Prime, full system analysis. All systems nominal. Weapons hot. Warning.
Weapons.
Nuclear weapon payload depleted. Reload required. Warning. Power core offline. Running on external power only. Core restart recommended. Ability to repel red Chinese invaders compromised.
Got green lights across the board here. He's looking good from where I'm sitting. Doctor, if you wouldn't mind keeping an eye on the big guy here, I'd appreciate it. Well, I have to admit, wasn't sure we'd be able to pull it off, but Liberty Prime's looking pretty good.
What was that he said about his power core?
Prime's in top shape, but his nuclear engine needs to be restarted. Right now, we have him running off of the Pridwin's engines. Once I get that sorted out, we'll send him off to kick in the Institute's front door. Before you head off to your next assignment, I have something for you. I came up with this little beauty myself. I think it'll add a bit more punch to your power armor.
Medic pump. Nice.
Damn. I didn't get anything for you.
Oh, sure you did. It's that big metal behemoth standing over there. Anyway, that's enough of that. You better hightail it up to the Pridwin. Elder Maxson said he needed to speak to you as soon as you were done here. And thank you, Knight. Without you, none of this would have been possible.
Oh. Well, what can I say? I'm a pretty neat guy. Gal, in Diana's case. Oh, man. Fun, fun, fun. Right under the sun. Hey, and we leveled up. Woo! Armorer or blacksmith? I think armorer. arm's looking a little banged up. Blind betrayal.
At Victoriam.
What? What the hell's going on up here?
Is there anything you wish to tell me, Knight?
I'm not sure I understand what you're talking about.
I find your ignorance awfully convenient. Proctor Quinlan completed the decryption of the data you retrieved from the Institute. A portion of his findings included a list of synths that went missing or escaped from their underground facility. After careful analysis of the information, we've discovered something unprecedented. Paladin Danse is a perfect match for one of the synths on that list.
That's impossible.
I'm afraid not. The evidence is quite damning. The data you brought back included a record of each subject's DNA. We keep the same information on file for all of our soldiers. Paladin Dance's DNA is a perfect match for a synth they called M797. To make matters worse, he's gone AWOL. Disappeared without a trace. His sudden absence simply reinforces our conclusion that M797 and Paladin Danse are one and the same. I'm finding it difficult to believe that he never confided in you, and then swore you to secrecy.
You have to believe me. He never told me he was a synth.
I suspect you're saying exactly what I want to hear, Knight. Do you wish to try again?
After everything I've achieved, why would I jeopardize my position here?
Because you never expected this information to see the light of day. Now tell me the truth, before I have you thrown over the side of the Pridwin.
Has it ever occurred to you that Danse might not be aware of his own identity?
No, it did not. However, even if that were true, Danse still represents a clear and present danger to us all. Your sincerity in this matter has been rather surprising. Apparently, I've misjudged you, which means I've decided to take you at your word. However, that doesn't absolve you of your duty. Danse is a synth. He represents everything we hate, a monstrosity of technology. Our mission in the Commonwealth is clear. The Institute and its creations need to be destroyed in order to preserve our future.
You want me to kill
which
Danse?
leaves me facing the most difficult order I've ever given. I'm ordering you to hunt down Danse and execute him.
There must be some other way.
Absolutely not. My decision is final. Listen, I'm not blind to the fact that Danse was your mentor, and this isn't an easy burden to bear. But if we're to remain strong, we can't afford to make exceptions. Even when it means executing one of our own. Find Proctor Quinlan. He's been analyzing the data and should be able to provide you with a starting point. And Knight, there's a promotion for you riding on the results of these orders. So don't disappoint me. You're dismissed.
Great. Well, that's shit. That is shit fuck poo balls.
Attention. Delta Team Lead, report to the bridge. Delta Team Lead to the bridge.
Quinn?
Proctor?
Oh, Knight. I was told you were coming. Sorry about this business with Danse.
I don't want to talk about it.
I understand. On to your orders, then. I've been poring over Dance's duty reports, and unfortunately, I haven't found any concrete information. As you're well aware, Danse had intimate knowledge of the Commonwealth, and I'm afraid he could be seeking refuge anywhere. I think our best approach would be to identify every location he's ever visited and eliminate them as possibilities one by one. You may want to get comfortable. This could take quite a bit of...
What the hell is this crap about Danse being a synth?
I assume your outburst was a reference to some doubt regarding Dance's identity. I can assure you that my findings are quite accurate, Scribe.
So he sets Danse up, and then you knock him down. Is that it?
How did you hear about it?
There are no secrets in the Brotherhood. Maxon's made it clear that we're to locate Paladin Danse, and if we find him, report his location to you. That can only mean you've been sent to hunt him down.
I don't have time to discuss it right now, Halen.
Why? in too much of a rush to pull the trigger? I can't believe that after everything Paladin Dance did for you, you're just gonna turn your back on him like this. There's obviously been a mistake, and we need to get to the bottom of it.
Scribe Halen, you're addressing a senior officer, and you will show her the respect that she's due, or so help me, I'll have you brought up on charges. Now, unless you're here with information that can assist us, I suggest you return to the police station immediately.
Of course. My apologies, Proctor. I believe I have some information that's relevant to the search.
Very well then. Would you care to enlighten us? Or do we have to wait until you decide to grace us with your knowledge?
Knight, if you'd accompany me to the flight deck, I'd like to show you the information I've compiled firsthand. I've stored the data on my Vertibird gunship's computer.
Change of heart, Halen?
Just following orders. Ma'am,
Proceed, Knight. I'll continue doing my research here.
if you'll follow me, ma'am.
Well, if it isn't the woman who revived Prime.
I feel kind of bad. Though, to be honest, I don't have to buy into Maxim's bullshit. I may be technically a member of the Brotherhood now, but Diana's only using the Brotherhood as a means to an end. She's just using them to kill the Institute. So I don't really have to fucking kill Dance, do I?
Scribe Halen.
Do you actually plan on killing Paladin Dance?
I haven't decided yet.
Well, before you do, I need you to listen to what I have to say. I've known Paladin Dance ever since I was an initiate. He trained me, showed me the ropes, and when I screwed up, he taught me to dust myself off and move on. He's earned my admiration, my respect, and my friendship. I don't care what Quinlan's report says. I don't care if he's a machine or not. He's still Dance.
Why are you telling me all of this?
Because someone has to before you rush off and carry out Maxon's orders without thinking about what you're doing. Dance is the most selfless person I've ever met. I've watched him risk his own life based on nothing more than principle alone. That's why I'm asking you, not just as a member of the Brotherhood, but as a human being. Give him a chance. Let him tell his side of the story. If you're not convinced by what he says, or somehow he's become truly lost to us, then you do what you have to do.
All right, I'll hear him out.
That's all that I ask. I'll just have to trust that when the time comes, you'll do the right thing. Before the Pribwin showed up, Dance had me identify a fallback point if we ever lost the police station. It was Listening Post Bravo, an old pre-war U.S. military outpost on the northern frontier of the Commonwealth. It's isolated, and we're the only ones that knew about it. So, there's a good chance that's where he's headed. Just be careful. There's no telling what state of mind he's in right now, or if he trusts any of us at all.
I'm sure I have been. No, I haven't. But I have been close to it. Alright, I'm gonna take a bit of a moment to head back to the Red Rocket, sort out some things, maybe mod some weapons. I want to see if I can mod this this set of combat armor. See if I can get it patched up or something. As much as I love the cage armor, I mean, it's time for a little bit of a change of style, and as I know that's time consuming, I'm just gonna go ahead and try to time skip through it a little bit and just show you the end result. So, be patient with me, guys. Be back in like 2 seconds. Alright, guys. Check this out. With the road leathers, I've managed to upgrade a full set of combat armor. I've called it Diana's Shadow Combat Armor. Basically, it's all been modified with shadowed, which means she's much harder to detect, especially in her legs because they're shadowed and muffled, which means she'll move silently. Increase damage resistance quite a bit, energy resistance. It's basically just a set of stealth armor and such, which I think is really cool. But as far as weapons, we've made some pretty good upgrades. Added a reflex sight onto the hand cannon with the silencer. Whoops, not what I was looking at. Added a large quick eject mag. It's got an advanced receiver now. And the barrel is now longer, lighter, and it's ported. Basically, it'll shoot really fast, it'll be really accurate, and it's got larger ammo capacity. So that's awesome. Upgraded the snoop, for fuck's sake, I know what my buttons are. Upgraded the Les Fusils Turbles. I fucked that up, I'm so sorry. With a much powerful receiver, marksman stock, a circle reflex sight, and a compensator. It means the range might not be so good, but this thing's gonna shoot fucking really accurately, really stable, and it's gonna hurt quite a bit. Haven't really touched the combat rifle, but Marauder has gone through some changes. It's now got a marksman stock on it. It's got a muzzle brake on the end of it. Same receiver, same everything. It's upgraded with a long scope now for extreme ranges. So Marauder is not quite yet a 50 caliber sniper rifle, but it's still gonna pack a mean wallop. So that's all the upgrades we've done. That has changed up her look now. No longer the trench coat, but more of a oh yeah, I love that scope. I'm much digging that one. Awesome. Come on, boy, every time.
Heads up. Over here.
But anyway, guys, fortunately now we've got to
Look
go.
alive. Wait there. Come on.
We've got to go confront Paladin Dance. So, with these new weapons in mind, and these new upgrades, which is weird because I never really took the time to upgrade my armor and weapons on my other playthroughs. But I don't know if you've been paying attention to my cage armor, but my cage armor over a protection of like 5. I don't think I could even upgrade it at the armor bench. I'm not quite sure. But my combat armor is much better in the way of damage resistance and just its stealth capabilities now. Okay. Let me look at the sight on this one. Oh yeah, that's much better. I like that. Just checking all the new. It's pretty neat. Let's give this thing a go. I saw movement up here on the ridge. 24 shots now. That's awesome. I don't know if you can tell, if you can hear it, but my footsteps, I'm noticing at least, are much quieter. That's what the muffled perk for your weapons does, or the muffled perk for your armor. Makes you move really quietly. Plus, if I'm in dark areas, my stealth is gonna go through the roof. Alright, Dance. looks massive in Diana's hands.
Commencing attack on hostile target.
Dance, why are you naked? Dance, why are you fucking naked?
I'm not surprised Maxon sent you. He never liked to do the dirty work himself.
I don't understand what's going on, Dance.
Believe me, this is more of a shock to me than it is to you. I didn't know. Until Quinlan got that list decoded, I thought synths were the enemy. I never expected to hear that I was one of them. If it wasn't for Halen, we wouldn't even be having this conversation. So, what are your orders? Does Maxon even want me alive?
Of course not. Synths are the enemy, remember?
All too well. Look, I'm not blind to the fact that this must be difficult for you. I wish Maxon had sent someone else, but that doesn't change a thing. I'm a synth, which means I need to be destroyed. If you disobey your orders, you're not only betraying Maxon, you're betraying the Brotherhood of Steel and everything it stands for. Synths can't be trusted. Machines were never meant to make their own decisions. They need to be controlled. Technology that's run amok is what brought the entire world to its knees, and humanity to the brink of extinction. I need to be the example, not the exception.
The empathy that you're showing me, it's a human emotion.
I appreciate what you're trying to do, but I've made my decision. I'm ready to accept the consequences of my true identity. Maxon's ordered you to execute me, and I'll be damned if I'm going to stand in your way.
No. I won't do it, Dance.
I can't believe you'd risk your life just to keep me alive. Why would you do that for me?
What do you mean, risk my life?
If Maxon learns that you've disobeyed a direct order to save the life of a synth, he'd have you executed. Why would you risk that for me?
I've already lost my family. I don't want to lose my friend.
Well then, I'm sorry to disappoint you. I don't wish to debate this any longer.
Oh, come on.
You've sworn an oath to destroy the Institute and every synth that you find. No exceptions. Consider this your greatest test, Knight. Do you have what it takes to get the job done?
No. No.
Hi.
What the hell are you waiting for?
This doesn't seem right.
It doesn't matter. Don't let your feelings about me cloud your judgment. This decision is bigger than both of us. It's about the future of the Brotherhood. We must stay on mission, no matter the cost. Now, do it.
I can't do it, Dance. It's not right.
I can't believe you'd risk it. What's changed your mind?
Nothing.
You're the proof that Maxon's wrong. You're a synth, but everything you've done has been for the good of mankind.
I can't accept that. I don't wish to. You've sworn.
Right.
Consider.
Give me 1 second, guys. Just give me 1 second. I'm gonna slap some fucking common sense into this guy. Well, I tried to slap some sense into him, it didn't really work. Sorry, guys. As much as I want to save Dance, he's just not buying it.
Sister.
That was fucking stupid. I really wanted to complete the speech challenge and actually save his life. Which, if you wanted to know what that fade out was for, what you can do is you can actually save your game at points during a conversation. So what I did is I just tried to like save at the decision point, and just try to reload and keep trying the challenge over and over again. Maybe I get a different result, but no matter what, he was just refusing it, and I don't know, I think there's like some special charisma parameter you have to have in order to actually beat the challenge. Like, you have to get your charisma past 10 or something, I have no idea, but I really didn't want to kill Dance. Interesting. Sorry, I was reading something real quick. Informations and such.
Your reconnoiter of the Institute.
Oh, man.
Report, Knight. Have you handled the situation with Paladin Dance?
I did what had to be done.
That's all I've ever asked of you. Of course, Dance's execution creates a missing link in our chain of command. That traitor held quite an important position with us. I'm certain that you'll make a fine replacement. His quarters and all his possessions are now yours, including his personal suit of power armor. Congratulations, Paladin.
That leaves a really cold feeling in my heart.
I won't disappoint you, Elder.
Had I even a single doubt in my mind, I wouldn't have awarded you the promotion. Just be aware that a Brotherhood Paladin is expected to be a symbol of integrity to our brothers and sisters. I trust you won't disappoint them, or disappoint me. In any event, we still have the Institute to contend with, and a lot of work to do before we can begin our final assault. While the finishing touches are being put onto Liberty Prime, Captain Kells has identified a potential threat to our operations. Report to him immediately for your next assignment. Ad Victoriam, Paladin.
Yeah, well.
Delta sequence initiated. Completion time 14 minutes.
System deltas at 100%.
Paladin.
Secondary
Good.
deltas standing by.
Now that the unfortunate matter regarding Dance has been settled, we can return to our primary mission.
Do you think Dance's execution was justified?
It's quite obvious Dance was a traitor, or at the very least, a turncoat in the making. That machine's presence was endangering this ship and its crew, so it needed to be dealt with, swiftly and without mercy. Your actions in this matter were not only justified, they were vital to our mission. With all
That's
of
why
that
she's only
behind
using
us,
the Brotherhood.
we can shift our focus back to our wartime preparations.
I'm ready, Captain.
Good, because this mission demands your full attention. Now, before we launch our attack on the Institute, we need to address another threat. The Railroad.
The Railroad?
They're a small but capable group that uses subterfuge and guerrilla tactics to harass their enemies. Our tactical analysis says they could possibly hamper or harm our operations, which is a risk I'm not willing to take. If we strike them now, we should be able to maximize the amount of damage we do to their organization.
Fine. but it hardly seems worth our time.
The railroad may not appear to be a threat, but I can assure you they are a potential danger.
Potential?
Destroying the railroad hinges on completely eliminating their leadership. Otherwise, they'll simply regroup somewhere else. To that end, here's a list of the 5 targets we believe would cause a catastrophic failure in their chain of command.
Consider it done.
Thank you, Paladin. Now, before you depart, Proctor Ingram has additional orders for you to complete.
Our sources tell us that the railroad has some sort of experimental or prototype robot in their headquarters. They're calling it the Predictive Analytic Machine, or PAM for short. Cute, huh? They use the robot for complex strategic calculations that are much more efficient than anything we can generate here. If you could use this holotape to decrypt the security on Pam's terminal, it will force the unit to return to the Prydwen. I'm certain we could put Pam's computing power to good use. Otherwise, destroy it. We wouldn't want it to fall into the Institute's hands.
Collecting technology for you is becoming a habit, Proctor.
A habit you appreciate, I hope.
I'm certain the Paladin appreciates that the acquisition of technology is one of our most sacred tenets. When you're ready, proceed to the Old North Church and link up with our assault team. They'll provide demolition support and all the firepower you'll need to take the railroad down. Add Victoriam, Paladin.
Yeah,
You're no good at hacking Pam's systems. You should take someone with you who can.
And Victoriam. Yay. Anyway, guys, I think that might be all the time I have for this episode. I've kind of lost track of the time, unfortunately.
Promotion was well deserved, Paladin.
Yeah, great, whatever. Doorman. You're useless. Fuck you. So anyway, guys, thanks for tuning in. Join me in the next episode where I guess we're gonna destroy the railroad. And hopefully, finally, bring about the end to the Institute. Our main objective. So that being said, thank you for joining me. Stay safe out there. Good night, and good luck.